This is Creating Grin. Join us as we play Dungeons & Dragons around ye new table, throwing ye old dice, telling ye new stories, and creating legacies. My name is Eric. I will be your dungeon master for this chapter of our tale. With me, as always, the Crit Crew. On my left, we have...
I'm Bryan. I'm playing Illithid Forevan, the Drow Paladin, and Illithid he's got a headache from dealing with that mind flayer, and he's not entirely in the right state of mind at the moment, so it's great times.
We also yeet dwarves off of cliffs, so lots of eating going on here. I'm Jason. I think I'm playing Nox, a changeling rogue. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll get back to it here, but my inspiring presence is once again save the day as we have conquered this latest foe.
I'm Maria. I'm playing Rilda, a Drow ranger, and is eternally grateful for Nox saving my life. I was in a place of stasis, couldn't move, and he walked up and I snapped right out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm Katie, playing Ilias Idlewind, an Air Genasi druid, who maybe should have been a Fire Genasi, because he just really wanted to set someone on fire last episode.
Worked really well.
Did not, actually. Really died-ish.
No, we didn't go that one. I'm Ashley. I'm playing Runa, a Tabaxi fighter. And, I was on the other side of the cliff, so I don't really know what happened. It's okay. I saw a guy in the air and he, brought him down. Thought he murdered him, but
Fortunately not.
And we forgot to loot the bodies. I'm a little mad at myself for that.
Yes, you did!
Not broke.
Yep.
This is Chapter 19. How to Improv. Because this episode's going to be all improv on my part.
Nice.
Pay attention for the lessons, you young DMs. See how bad I can do.
Yes.
I used to do this a lot. Now I can't with a podcast. Okay, so the party has been traveling. What is your marching order? As you are following the deep gnome, Dossa, who is leading you to the city of Olith Veldra, or the City of Shadows. Yeah. So what's your marching order?
I will resume my position behind Dossa.
Okay, put the miniatures on the screen. Did you
want
clear
the
off the miniatures?
The miniature...
They're still on the other map.
They're still on the other map.
Oh. Wife,
What?
fetch ye old miniatures.
Help.
Oh, please.
Actually, Bryan is graciously fetching ye old miniatures.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Dad.
All right.
Alright, so we got boom. And then...
Hold on, that's really
Right. I don't know. Sure. Okay, fine. We'll go that way.
Yeah, I'll go through.
Well, we're going towards the city.
There you go.
We started over here.
Fine. Jeez.
So picky. Want us in the right spot.
That's obsessive compulsive for you.
From like,
Who is Nox?
That's Nox.
Okay. Same order then?
Same order.
Did you light up my stick again?
I did not break your stick.
I'll cast dancing lights this
Did you
time.
light up my stick?
It's still lit. I mean,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
it lasts for 8 hours.
Well,
That was
one,
So it's still in
would,
her hair.
one would think, but we're going to fast travel here. Or do a little bit.
The power of D.
You guys are going to travel for 6 days.
Days.
I'm sorry, what happened to a few hours to a day?
I mean, there may have been a little bit of...
A 3-hour tour.
So, with that being said, she is going to look at each one of you and say, it's not always the easiest to navigate down here. I may have zigged when I should have zagged.
Cool, we got lost.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. I rolled a couple
Nice,
crappy
nice,
rolls,
nice.
and I got you
What are you
lost.
rolling?
But I know where we're going now. I found it. I'm for sure we're going in the right direction. I guarantee it.
Can I do
You can.
Yeah,
You can.
insight track.
6 days total.
Already.
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys would have had 6 long rests, so you can refresh your characters for long rests.
And I also have done 6
You
cure wounds
could
on
have.
myself.
You could have. Yes.
Okay, so that brings me up to 9 out of 10.
There you go. One more, and you're no longer hurting for certain.
Cool.
All right. What was your survival?
Oh, survival?
Is that
I
what
thought
you
you
were
were doing-
rolling?
you
I was going to do an
Insight,
insight to see if I
Sorry.
believed they were not lost, but it was
What was the insight?
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was 3.
You know what it's like traveling down here,
Yeah.
and you know it's very easy to kind of get twisted around. So you totally back her up.
Dossa, you're doing as good of a job as I would do.
See, she gets it.
And we're still safe, so,
Absolutely. 6 days, not one incident. Mark it on the calendar.
Mark.
if we get to 60, we get a pizza party.
That's correct. If pizza was made of mushrooms, it's got mushrooms on it.
It's a lovely,
Oh.
a lovely pie.
Yeah.
Underdark
Sorry,
cuisine.
you're telling me you put tomatoes in a pie?
Who said anything about tomatoes? They said mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Mushroom sauce.
Sauce in a pie. So this is just a mince pie?
Yes,
I
not
like this
dissimilar.
Pizza.
But I'm at a conundrum here as we stand in front of the direction in which we're supposed to be going. We can either go left or we can go right. Which way do you want to go?
Which way is certain danger?
They
Which
both.
way is the way we need to go?
I mean, they both go the direction we need to go. One is longer, one is shorter. The shorter is a little bit more dangerous. The longer is gonna cost you a couple days. You make the
Days?
decision.
When they say days, they probably mean weeks.
How much danger?
I mean, we can go this pathway to my left here for 4 days travel.
I don't
About
believe you.
30%
Deadly.
deadly,
Uh-huh.
dangerous. If we go this way, we can be there within a day. But the dangers are drastically more significant, like in the upper
Like
90s.
Dragon.
I
or
mean,
like
I haven't
giraffes.
seen a dragon yet, but there are some other creatures
Boy.
that are a little...
I'm feeling well rested. It's been a good leisurely stroll in the
I am tired
last 6
of
days.
wandering around underground for 6 days.
I'm-
It's all like short path.
I'm also
Short path,
on the
please.
short path board game.
I got 2 votes for short path.
That's
I
three.
just want to make full
4.
disclosure, okay? Four.
Nox, you've been overruled. We're going fast.
Okay, just trying to be straightforward with you all. So when something happens, you can't say, "Hey, Dossa, you didn't tell me the right thing here."
I mean,
Well, Dossa, you didn't tell us the right thing because you definitely said like a couple hours to a day.
I mean,
And
time
then
is
been a week.
time is slightly irrelevant down here. You may have been down here for 4 months for all you know. It's dark. We don't have a sun. Moon. We don't. Ba-boom. We don't take.
I'll personally
like
kill
that.
you.
I mean, I wasn't going. Anyway, we're going to the right. It's going to be a lot quicker in a day, maybe a day and a half. Anyway, and she'll start heading down the tunnel. Follow along now. Light them if you got them. It's
Yeah.
dark.
light.
Dancing light. I'll also cast. Oh,
Still
are you doing
low.
dancing lights?
No, I was just doing a
Lightweight.
light on the stick that's in
The
At
bun.
least his hair still.
The bun
Nice.
light.
the
Okay.
light.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace on the party
Excellent.
so we can maybe move a little quicker, but then not make too much noise.
Okay. So you begin to travel. The open caverns that you guys have experienced kind of shrinks back down into more of a tunnel system. Things are a little tighter, a little closer, more single file travel, more of like a dungeon-esque feel. It's more of a series of tunnels and things, less open world-ended for you video gamers out there. You travel for several hours, and you once again come upon another conundrum. I got 3 choices up here. I really only know the middle choice, but you didn't loot the bodies of the last people. Maybe you want some loot, maybe you don't. Do you want to keep going forward, or do you want to go to the left or the right? I'm just asking. A certain path is forward, I know that for sure.
You said a word that perks my interest, which is loot.
I mean...
How does one of the tunnels lead to loot?
What if you kill something, there's something rich down there? I mean, that's all I'm saying. How do you think I make a living down here? I just explore and stumble into this stuff. This is how I do.
Does the middle path lead to loot?
The last time I traveled it, I looted all the loot from the last time I traveled it.
So is there anything dangerous down the middle path?
There wasn't as of like a week ago, but I don't know. Things rehabilitate or repopulate
That's the right word.
the areas.
And you've not been down the other two.
I'm not yet. It's on my list. And she'll pull out this map. Like she's got this little tiny map tucked in a pocket. She pulls it out and she's like, yo, this is the place I've been. And you can see it's like all kinds of squiggly charted with like ink notes all over. It's like a mess, but she can read it.
Okay.
How about we just go down the one you've been down?
The middle path. Okay, just, throw it out there, because I don't want to go down the middle path and be like, hey, yo, you missed that path back there.
Sure, middle path. Why not?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Follow along. So, she will continue to lead. Travel for a few more hours, and when you do, the tunnel will open up into a larger space. Let me pull up my picture just so I can describe it to you to figure out what you want to do. It's roughly, I don't know, a 30-foot by 40-foot kind of opening. There appears to be a pathway that leads kind of in the southern direction from where you're facing, and then there's two tunnels that lead off towards the eastern direction. You can hear water running down the eastern direction tunnels. Possibly a waterfall, like cascading water.
We're heading east, right? Or which way are we heading?
East-ish. Eastern.
East-ish. East adjacent.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. Waterfall sounds dangerous. Where you guys want to go? Which way?
Dossa.
I mean, I'd avoid the water. Like you, dangerous, for sure.
Okay.
I think we head down south.
They're gonna add a bunch of days, Dossa?
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't?
I mean, you're more than welcome to navigate if you want to. You keep questioning my choices. I've got you safe this far.
I'm gonna crack a cannon too.
Let's go. Let's south. Why not?
Yeah,
Fine.
sounds great.
This is gonna be painful.
So you continue going south.
Correct.
Okay. As you do, you'll find another network and series of tunnels that you're navigating. It feels like a gigantic maze at this point. You're beginning to question the integrity of your guide, correct? As, do they really know what they're doing? Because it's beginning to feel like not. You will come into a open cavern as you've kind of, everything opens back up into about a 60-foot wide by 60-foot or more tall cavern. There's a lot of sounds that fill this cavern. There's dripping water that you can hear in the distance. Lots of stalagmites, lots of stalactites. Lots of flapping things above you. You can see some bats or winged creatures that are similar in size or maybe slightly larger that kind of loom among your head, but don't seem to interact with the party. And Dossa keeps moving forward.
Do I recognize this cavern as a place we've been before or have circled through?
You can make a survival check.
We were through here.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't recognize anything. Unless, no, I don't. It's 10. I don't think I would have advantage since I've never been here before.
18? Okay, so let's start with a 10. You traveled down here enough to know that even if you weren't going in a circle, it'll sometimes feel like you are because the terrain is similar. 18 will kind of help confirm. Now this looks newer, but you feel a little on edge about it. Like, this is probably the most activity you've seen since you've been winding through these tunnels. Correct.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
Have you been through here before, Dossa?
Yeah, many a times.
You see, she lying.
That's called an insight check.
Yeah. You're
Oh,
done.
it's only 11.
You believe her.
I got 15.
You question her.
Oh, I got like a 1, so
You believe her.
still with her.
Yep.
Tracker. Leave your markings.
Yes, that was my next thing. I'm gonna start
Leaving markings.
leaving markings.
I would assume that we're somewhere near the surface if there's bats down here because they'll be flying out at some point. But
Possibly.
not doesn't necessarily mean that we can get to the surface. But
Unless they're not bats.
That's true.
yeah, let's start leaving markings.
Can I do, before we move on from the cavern, can I take some kind of look around to find if I see any more heavily traveled pathways or ways that look...
Sure.
Okay. Survival or...
Survival would be your go-to.
Okay, that's better. 18.
There are... So you were looking for like various other paths within your confines.
Yeah, so where we're, I guess in the cavern we're in, if we have choices to go, I'd like to maybe pick one that seems more heavily traveled.
There
Footsteps
are in the distance you can see off to your left. There's a couple small like openings that look like they probably would be a small pathway or a tunnel that could be taken. You can see there's a couple ledges that look like they're walkable. You can also see off to your right the same thing. This kind of opens up into like a centralized kind of corridor or Pandora's box where you could just like anyway and go. But since you did that, give me a perception check. What is everybody else doing?
Can I try and see
My
what
passive is higher.
the animals are?
You
Those
can.
creatures?
Yep. You want to try to make a nature check. It will be a disadvantage because they are kind of avoiding light and gaze of dark vision.
I rolled a 1. My passive is 15.
Okay. You don't really notice anything. You feel a little on edge as if you're being watched. We'll say the passive kind of has you like there's something somewhere stalking you or something like that you feel. You've been down here enough to know this feels uneasy.
11.
They look like large, leathery looking creatures. They're not quite a bat. They're like 3 times as big, but you've never seen anything like it on the surface.
I'm gonna pull out some chalk from my little pouch.
Okay.
And definitely gonna put marks on both sides of our little. Trying to do it
Discreetly?
discreetly.
Sure. What would your passive stealth be?
Passive stealth will be an 18.
Yeah, easy enough. Unless anybody has higher than a passive 18 on your perception, you won't notice a thing.
Mm-mm.
So you will be able to stealthily do that, for sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Ilias, because you were kind of looking above to find what was flying above you.
24. I'm on it.
Okay. What is everybody's AC? Except for Ilias.
All dead. 68. Oh, wait. 68. AC. 15.
17.
Okay.
Technically it'd be 16 because I wouldn't have my shield out.
17.
Okay. 17 and better, you guys are okay. You're good as well, Ilias. As a matter of fact, you won't be surprised, but everybody else is going to be surprised by this. Those who had 17 or lower are going to take 8 points of damage from an arrow that comes from above, and from one of those outcroppings or overhangs, as you look up and see kind of these eyes looking back, like their dark vision is kicking in, so they got all like the, nocturnal eyes. Anybody who has dark vision of 60 feet or better is going to be able to see. There are humanoid silhouettes, thin, medium-sized. They have the capability of using a bow, and they have attacked the party.
How much damage did you say?
8.
8?
Yes.
Yay.
So the rest of you who avoided that are going to see these arrows kind of skip off the stone or right by you. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do an initiative. There is no combat map. We're going to use old school theater of the mind since this is improv.
Okay. Do you want to show our lovely viewers the Underdark map and everything? And do a combat tracker?
We can do that. Absolutely.
The Underdark of where we've been tracking them.
Yeah, we can do that. Let me see if I can do this. This one's on the H1 for a minute. Alright, let me do...
I don't remember picking this up. I thought arrows of walloping.
Of walloping?
Walloping? Arrows walloping.
I remember, yeah, you grabbed those from Rhoda's hideout.
It says I have one.
So maybe not. I don't remember.
I don't know if I
I
just...
only
I
had
think we were looking
regular.
up something.
If I
or-
just didn't put enough
No,
in, or if we were looking up something, or if I just grabbed one to stab someone with it.
I remember at some point there was.
I don't remember.
I can't help you. I don't remember arrows of
It's all
walloping
later.
being.
Arrows of wallabies.
I mean, I remember it coming up, but I don't remember why or anything like that.
I don't remember when I put the shield.
Just writing stuff down when you feel like it.
I mean, I'm sure I've written it down, but how many weeks has it been since I picked it up? Where did I pick it up? Did I start with it? Possibly. Clearly not been using it.
It happens.
I don't know, I bought it before we went to see the Celestial under the faces.
Mm.
Okay, I got everybody on there. I have Dossa, I have Rilda, Nox, Runa, the attackers, Ilias, and Daleth. So, has everybody got their initiative rolls?
Yes.
Okay. Move these out of the way so they're not as distracting. Did it move it? My apologies.
It's okay.
I was trying to get them out of the way so they weren't distracting. Okay, let's go with Daleth. What do you roll?
15.
18.
Okay. 18 for Nox.
25.
Okay.
12.
This.
7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Super speedy.
It's so fast.
Alright, let's roll for her. Not bad.
Yeah.
And then I've got to do those. I'm gonna roll them back here. I wish I would roll it on the screen.
Runa might not be going last.
No, she's not going last.
Woohoo.
Okay. So, our initiative order should be up. We should be able to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Rilda, you are first. Dossa is going to go after Rilda, Nox, Daleth, Ilias, Runa, random attackers. Okay, so, Rilda, you're up.
That is super speedy.
As if reflex from being shot with an arrow, I'm going to draw my bow and fire back in the direction in which the arrow shot at me.
Sounds good.
And that is going to be a 26 to hit with my +1 longbow.
26 will hit.
Great. It's the first one is 6 points of damage, and I'm going to go ahead and use my first action, Dread, to take another shot. And that is a 27 to hit,
It does.
and that is another 11 points of damage.
Oh.
And then I would like to try and move so that my back would be to the wall where they're up, because the person that hit me was above, right? So I'd like to try and put my back up against the wall there above me, if possible. I do
Sure.
a 40 movement on my first turn.
Yeah, about 15 feet off in that direction before you shot the arrow, you'll be able to find kind of a cluster of rocks or stalagmites that you'll be able to take cover. It'll give you a half cover,
Okay,
but it's better than nothing.
absolutely. And that will be it.
Okay. That brings us to Dossa. Dossa is going to follow Rilda. She's going to run right behind you, and she's going to take cover and put her back against that same cluster of rocks as she's kind of fishing for her small little hand crossbow and going to start loading it up. I didn't see this one coming, is what she's going to say, as it'll be Nox's turn.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to kind of survey around to not look for the exact same cluster. Is there anything else around?
Oh, yeah, so let's say that Rilda went off to the left side of this cavern. There's plenty of positions either further up the way. There's a few behind you from the entry point where you entered this kind of cavern, and there's a few off to the right as well.
Alright.
Now, arrows came from all directions, left, right,
Yeah.
behind, and front.
I'll go opposite direction, try to hide behind something, and pull out my short bow.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Okay.
Alright. So with that, I'm going to look around, trying to find the one that shot me, and I'm going to, if they're within 60 feet, cast Sacred Flame on them.
Okay. You can look in the general direction and kind of get a... You're guessing you see one moving. It's probably the one.
that
Yeah.
shot me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have to make a DC 14 Dex save.
Nat 20. You can look if you want. I won't touch it.
And then pull out my shield and kind of try to head to an area to like kind of cover my own back.
Okay.
So,
All right. So you will find a place that gives you 3/4 cover. It's a little bit more suited for which the direction you're heading towards.
okay.
And Nox, you did the same thing, kind of took cover.
Yeah.
You'll find a place that'll give you 3/4 cover from the direction that you were going to hide in. The cluster's a little bit bigger. Ilias, you're up.
How far up the wall are they?
It's a good question. There's various places. You want to take time to figure that all out with a perception check? You know they're minimum 10 feet or higher. This is the lowest.
I'm gonna go for whoever's lowest and get within range, and then use Thornweb to pull them down.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's say, for funsies' sake, that the target in which Rilda had targeted seems to be the lowest one. So in that direction, off to the left, or both, you can move, get over there, and use your Thornweb.
Sure. Nice. 22.
It is a success.
So it's 2d6 piercing, and then if they're large or smaller, I am going to pull them 10 feet closer to them.
Yep.
4 points damage.
Okay. And you're gonna pull.
Yes.
Okay. You will pull the figure down. You will hear a female voice kind of squelch in pain, and as you pull them off of their perch, they will land and hit the ground. And when you do, you see these very long-eared elven female, fairly attractive, very thin, wearing all kinds of like cobbled together combat gear, mostly browns and greens. As she looks up at you, and she has really elongated fangs, very feral looking, kind of hisses at you.
Not drow.
No.
Can I be like, whoa, wait a minute?
You can.
And like say, we're not trying to fight you?
You can do all those things as it's now Runa's turn.
Okay.
Do I hear Ilias?
I'm going to say if your passive perception is higher than a 15,
Yes.
then you will definitely hear Ilias say that and probably be able to glance over and see some sort of like, whoa gesture.
Be like, ooh, another type of the pointy-eared elves? Are these the wood elves?
I mean, like, possibly.
Kind of do a, like, don't worry, we mean you no harm. Please don't shoot me full of arrows.
Okay. Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's your AC, Luna?
17.
Okay. Oh. Ugh. Okay. 3 out of 5 targets are going to target you for hey, harm. 2 of them are nat 20. 1 of them is 17 on the die plus numbers, and they are going to target you well. The damage is going to be. We'll start with that. That's 12 plus 2, 14 for the first critical. 14 for the second critical, total of 28. And then the last one that hits you is going to be, 3 points, so 30 something. And then I'll let you go ahead and roll a d20 to see what major injury you sustain. You're trying to be a good peacekeeping character.
Crack canine.
9.
9 says... Oh, okay. One of those arrows punctured your ribs, and you felt it crack, so you have a broken rib. It did not, damn it, your rib, kept it from puncturing your lungs, but it was one of the criticals that did that and struck you there.
What about the other critical?
So whenever you attempt an action in combat, you got to use a Constitution saving throw. If you fail the number that's set on here, you're going to lose your action. You cannot use reactions until the start of your next turn, and then the injury heals through magical healing, or if you spend the natural time to heal day-wise. Go ahead and roll the other critical hit since there was 2.
It's a 4.
You take a shot in the foot, and it damages you enough to where now you have a limp. Your speed is reduced by 5. Dexterity saving throws. Dexterity saving throw after you use the dash action, and if you fail that save, you fall prone. So keep track of that. Help me keep track of that.
Is that also remedied by magic vision?
It does say that heal. Yeah, you can fix it. And drop my pencil.
No. I think there's a whole barrel in front of me.
They're not sharpened because I can't find my pencil sharpener in the move.
They're just decoration.
They are literally decoration at this point.
Would you like a pen?
No, I got it. Okay, so we had 5 of them took their shot. The one that didn't is going to be the one that is on Rilda, and Dossa did not shoot at.
The one that just got pulled down?
Yes. She is going to attempt to, she'll stand for half her speed. And then as she's standing, she's going to attempt to throw a dagger at Ilias, who will pull her down.
I'd like to use my reaction.
Sure.
Which, I get to roll a d6, and you have to subtract that from your total.
Yep.
6.
Yep, so the dagger will go flying by, like way off to the right.
Goodbye.
And it'll hit Runa. I'm just kidding. Alright. That's going to end their turns. It brings us right back to Rilda.
Oh, goodness me. Okay, well, I will be a little surprised by elf falling from the sky in front of me, and I'm going to have to... Am I in what range of them? Right in front? Like, right in front?
Well,
or?
the one that fell off the cliff is probably, 10, 15 feet away.
Okay.
Stood up, threw a dagger. You'd be able to kind of catch that. The others are in various locations, all within range of your bow.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I wasn't too close. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on this person that just threw a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to shoot him.
Sure, let's do it.
Cast you. Doot. That's an 18 to hit.
That is going to hit, yes.
Okay. That's 12 points of damage.
Excellent.
And I'm going to back away. I think 20 feet if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of move into the shadows a little bit.
Okay. I will give you a option to have full cover.
Okay.
Like blending in with the shadows, you have Pass Without a Trace was up. Is it a concentration spell?
It is long gone. It's only an hour.
Oh,
so
perfect. That's right. It's been days. Time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that ends your turn.
Yes.
Dossa is going to hold her action, but she's going to follow you, Rilda. What the hell are these things? Never seen these before, is what she says. And Nox, you're up.
Alright, can I see anything down here? Like anybody shooting or...
It's kind of dark down here for somebody without dark vision.
Nah.
There-
my light on.
The light is on, so you're seeing like shadows and things move. I would say you can definitely see the target where Ilias is because it's illuminated. You definitely see that it is some sort of feral-looking elf.
How far away am I from them?
So you went off to the right side?
Yeah.
So you're probably 45, 50 feet.
Alright. Well, for shits and giggles, I'm going to shoot at it.
Sure.
Where are you at?
Bleeding out on the floor.
Meowing in pain. Meow.
Somebody had to be the martyr. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's the cat that wakes you up at 3 a.m. because they want breakfast.
So-
That's the owl.
Meow.
It's 23 to hit.
A 23 is going to hit.
Okay. And that will be 5 points of damage. Question, is she close enough to count for...
Yes.
Okay.
She is adjacent or whatever towards Ilias, so you can do that.
4, 7. That was a con. 13. 19 points for sneak attack.
And how would you like to kill this person, or do you want to kill this person?
Oh, I want to kill that person.
Okay. So as she is getting ready to like make some sort of action towards Ilias, there's an arrow that is going to come and just put it down. Okay.
Sneakily, though.
Got it.
I got one.
That'll be my turn.
All right, Daleth.
Yeah, I have nothing outside of Sacred Flame for ranged, so I'm gonna find one that's close within 60 feet, and I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Okay, absolutely.
That's
I'll
it.
tell you what. Here's how we're gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of them, so roll a d4. Pick a random target.
Okay. 1.
Sure. Okay, got it. You find yours. Sacred Flame. DC is what?
14.
14 on the die plus numbers. Goes.
That's a failure.
Yep.
I can't do anything here.
You're doing great, buddy.
Thanks for coming.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Ilias.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on one of them.
Okay.
I'll roll a triangle.
Which one?
Also 4.
Okay. Same targeting the same one. Backing up your newfound friend.
No, I attacked one.
Let's stop this way. I'm sorry. That was worse. Numbers for 15.
15 total.
Yes.
That misses. It'll spray into like the cavern wall, kind of illuminating and sparking. You get a good look at a male who's slightly buff but very feral and rugged looking as he looks angrily in your direction.
I'm gonna do Starry Form Archers.
Okay,
How about a 20?
that's a hit.
Okay.
Surprising, but it does.
Great.
6.
6 points.
Yes. Now I'm glowing for 10 feet.
Now you are
Additional dim light for 10 feet.
We cannot have initiative without a disco.
A beacon for all their arrows to find.
Correct. I'm also
Okay.
gonna pull my shield since I haven't done that yet.
Yep. Okay, sounds great. Runa.
Mother Moon, you filthy little ice fleas! God damn it.
Ice,
Well,
please.
Ice fleas. The
Okay.
worst possible thing you
Creature
can
in
get.
the north.
In the north.
I don't want to meet a flea that can survive the north.
They're pretty nasty little buggers. Like you, just trying to help you. I felt pity. Would have helped you get your tribal lands back, but no, I'm going full out with the other surface elfy people.
We don't even know.
That's a Bruna doesn't know either. That's okay. And I am going to get behind a stalactite, cluster of rock, whatever
Sure.
type of cover that's
Sure.
closest.
So
Might.
within your movement, your half movement, you can get behind half cover. If you want
What if I
3/4
use
cover,
my feline agility?
okay. If you use feline agility, you can move into full cover.
Okay.
And if you move
Let me
dashing,
I will not dash.
okay. All right,
That's Josh.
I will not attempt to fall on my face.
sounds good.
And then I'm going to use a healing potion.
Okay.
That will be my turn.
Okay. So, the one that you tried to guiding bolt is going to attempt to serve up a shot. The arrow is going to go wide, and it literally is going to embed itself into the floor. You see it kind of at the last second glow and sticks into the stone as if some sort of magic was imbued in the arrowhead.
Lovely.
Yep. Next, I've got one of them that is on the right-hand side, the one I believe that Nox attacked. First.
One I attacked.
Or Bryan, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, the one that Bryan attacked first, the one that was on the right side. It is going to attempt a shot at Daleth. That is going to be a 16 to hit. Okay, so the arrow comes close, but not close enough. That one's taking his turn. This one's gone. That one's taking his turn. Okay, so there's 3 more. It gets quiet for a second, and that's going to end the round.
Not cool.
It's Rilda. Your turn.
I say that out loud.
What the hell, Rilda? What's going on here?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I don't like it. When things go quiet, things get bad. Like really, really bad.
Eye of the storm.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna peek out of full cover.
Okay.
See if I can transfer my hunter's mark to a person within 90 feet from, because the dead guy had my hunter's mark.
Yep. As soon as you peek out, you can see a figure that you can tag with hunter's mark.
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark over.
And it's gonna release its held action. And it's gonna 18, but don't forget your cover. You're gonna have at least 3/4, so that's a +5.
Okay, so +5 is 20 AC. So.
This comes dangerously close. Like you feel it go through your hair, and you will see a flash as it embeds itself into the stone. It seems like for whatever reason these arrows are meaning business now.
I'm gonna look down at Dossa and be like, "Do not get hit by one of those."
No, absolutely not. I'm right here, and she kind of like nudges behind you further. Keep me safe.
Oh, we'll see about that. Work on myself first. After they let that loose, I'll still loose an arrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and fight. Is it an action to switch to a necrotic arrow or anything?
You know, for the story purposes, let's call it a bonus action. Like
I already did my bonus action.
Then it would be.
Okay, I'll just.
They're all in their same quiver.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Object interaction.
One.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna draw a necrotic arrow.
Yep.
And miss after all that.
Are you
13.
shooting the one that you hunter's marked, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
What'd you have?
A 13.
Yep. You'll expose yourself again, this time half cover, and another one arrow is going to come flying at you as you expose yourself. That's going to be 22.
Yep. I don't know how much half gives me, but no.
Half gives you +3, I think.
Yeah, now it's only an 18.
Or 2. +2. So it's going to be 6 points of... I rolled the wrong die. Okay, well, the results are still the same, I'm pretty sure. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then you are going to take an additional 7 points of piercing damage, or bludgeoning. No, sorry. The initial arrow, piercing damage, 6 points. The secondary is going to be psychic. So it'll strike you for psychic damage, 7 points.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look down at Dossa and be like, "That's why." You know.
Holy fuck, I'm staying right here. As she's gonna hold her action and stay exactly where she's at. Nox, it'll be your turn.
Alright, did I see any of this?
You are going to be able to see arrows flying in the dark, yes.
Alright,
So if you shoot in those general direction because you do not have dark vision, it's a disadvantage.
let's just try it.
Sure. Where are you aiming at?
Wherever the, I guess the psychic one came from.
So okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
The first roll was good. The second roll, no. No, that's not that hit. That's only 8.
Nope. It'll go
Alright.
clattering some rocks.
Okay, that's much.
Daleth.
I am going to leave cover, heading over to where Runa was at. Can I get to Runa within 30 feet?
What's your AC?
18 without any potential cover.
Okay. 2 arrows are going to stream. One of them is going to hit you. And yes, you can get over to Runa.
Alright.
So you're looking at 7 points of damage on that
You
one.
still hear me grumbling behind.
Alright.
Little.
I'm going to head over,
And that burns all the held actions.
getting to Runa, and I'm going to reach down and use Lay on Hands, and Runa will get back around 15 hit points.
Oh, thank you. Nice.
Which, hopefully, with those magic healing hands of mine, that will help with your rib and your foot.
Okay. Anything else?
You know what? For shits and giggles, I'm going to go ahead and also cast Shield of Faith on Runa.
Okay.
Okay.
So you will have a +2 bonus AC.
Nice.
What does your Shield of Faith look like as you cast it?
It's just a nice little glowing shield, kind of like a kite shield that glows.
Cool. And it kind of appears and then disappear, just enough to kind of see that there's some sort of protection on you.
Yep.
Ilias, you are up.
I'm gonna try and use Thorn Whip to pull another person down.
Evens or odds?
Anyone's close enough. Odds.
They're all too high. Beyond your Thorn Whip.
Okay. And then... That won't help either. I guess I'll just do another guiding bolt then.
Okay. You've got 3 targets you can see. One probably, if you're on the left side, one probably 25-30 feet above you. One off to your right. And then there'll be one behind you. You have 3 targets that you can target or see. Or do you know
I'm
what
gonna
they
do
are?
the first one.
On the left.
On the left.
Above you. Yep, gotcha.
Okay. Apparently. It's like, again.
Again, Tilty.
Christ. Never mind.
Do nothing.
Splashes into the
Feel it.
stonework again.
And then I've got my other thing still.
Yep. Starry
That
form.
one was a 18.
That's gonna hit.
6 points.
Okay.
And it's radiant.
Wow. The targets that have been hit have each taken 6 points. Every time. I've literally mapped it out to where they all end up with the same. Okay.
Alright.
Interesting. Runa.
Okay.
That's it.
Sorry, did you want to do anything else?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Okay.
standing in the middle of the floor.
Okay.
No.
Why not? Okay.
Break the rock, cowering
I want
into
to pop out of my rock. How high are these people?
I'm talking Snoop Dogg, Martha Stewart.
Right. So the target that Ilias just shot is about 25 feet. I'd say the rest of them are 30 feet or higher.
Okay. I am.
And there's 2, 3. I'm pretty sure there's 5 left.
Do they have pretty good cover, or is there any way I could like sneakily climb up?
You guys are in the kill box, essentially. They have the high
kinda
ground,
figured.
which we know how that works for you, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and
It's over.
yeah. You cannot sneak into it. You can, and
Rough
the
power
cover.
through it.
The cover varies from half to 3/4 because they all kind of like popped out to do some sort of arrow shot.
All right. Well, Runa is pretty angry, so her fighting spirit is gonna come out, and that is going to give me 5. No, it's more like a me. 5 temp HP, and I have advantage on my weapon attack rolls until the end of this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna try to shoot the ones. Probably. Guess I'm gonna take the ones out that are towards the. Well, are there any that like are out of cover right now that Or easier to hit
I'd say
than
all
others?
5 of them are out of, not fully out of cover. You got, I'm going to say that 2 of them are half cover and the other 3 are 3/4. So the 2 that are in half cover are easier to hit.
Okay. I'm gonna go for either one of the ones in half cover.
Tell you
the
what,
one that's...
roll
Okay.
a d6 and tell me what you get.
5.
Okay, you're going to go for that one.
Alright, so
These are the one that's been removed.
I'm also going to use my necrotic arrows.
Okay.
And
Now, you've been healed once or twice?
Twice.
Magically. So
Magically.
let's see. Let me double check.
Once magically.
I used a potion of healing.
Oh,
Yes,
did you?
correct.
Okay. Yeah, twice.
Yep. So those broken ribs and those limp, they are no more.
Thank you. So
Yep.
kindly. No, didn't want it back there. That's the same thing. Okay. That's a 19.
Yeah, will hit.
Alright. Then I doubt that a 13 hits.
13 does not.
Okay. So 1d8 then.
Did you roll with advantage for your fighting spirit?
I did not, thanks. So 5 and 11, so that'll be another 19 for the second hit.
Yeah, it will.
So that's gonna be 2d8. I'm gonna reroll that 2 for another 2. Anyway, 7, 9, 12, 21 points of damage. And then I'm going to action surge. And hit him again.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
It does, for sure.
And an 18.
18 points. Or 18 to hit.
18 to hit for
Yep.
the second one.
That one will just hit it.
Alright, so 3. That is 7 plus 4, 11. Plus 6 is 17. And then... God, these 2s. 8. 17 plus 8 is... 25.
And how do you want to do it?
I am absolutely going to pierce it through the throat. Hopefully, so he makes horrible gargling noises. And if you're gonna let me be especially theatric, I want him to be hit in a way that he falls over
Yep.
the edge to his death.
Already planned that one out in my brain. Yep. So he loses his balance. Splat. As you see a male, savage-looking wood elf splattered on the ground.
I'm gonna give everyone else a little stare, be like, fuck all of you. And then I'm gonna duck behind the rocks again.
Give me an intimidation with disadvantage.
You're gonna hear a distant wolf whistle from Rhoda.
Give me a second. Intimidation with disadvantage. 5 total.
Okay. Got it.
Little wheeze left for my broken rib. Fuck you.
Okay. If that's all you got, then we're going to move on to the remaining 3 attackers, 4 attackers.
How long does your shield of faith last?
1 minute.
Okay.
Or until I lose concentration.
Or does Shield of Faith give you additional AC?
Yeah, plus 2
Let's
AC.
do
Nice.
Okay, so you are in cover with
Dossa.
Yep. Where are you at, Bryan? Or Dale?
Yeah, I was kind of half probably behind cover by where Runa was at, I would imagine.
Okay. What's your AC with half cover?
It was 20.
Okay. 3 arrows come from various directions, impacting into the... Okay, then it gets quiet. Rilla, you're up.
Is the hunter's marked persons? They didn't take off anywhere. Can I still see them?
You can still see the hunter mark person.
Okay, I'm gonna peek out
Yep.
and try only to lean a little bit.
Arrow comes flying by as you peek out. Go ahead.
This is for the team. 24 to hit.
It does.
Okay. That is 11 points of damage on that hit.
Okay.
And let me see if I want to do anything else.
Are you still in your draw form?
Remind me, the one that was Hunter's Mark, it did take damage, correct? Do we know?
Just now?
Well, previous. I'm trying to remember. I don't think so.
we numbered that one.
so.
I don't think it did.
All right,
yeah,
it's
I
this
missed
one.
the first one. Yeah.
Got
You
it.
killed the first time, and then you transferred it, and then you missed.
How much was it?
11.
Oh, that's good.
And that's plus. That's a +1.
Oh damn
weapon.
it! I pulled the necrotic arrows and I didn't do the necrotic. I'm
D4.
just gonna minus those.
You turned into a zombie?
No, not again.
And I think that's it. That's all I'll do. I'm just gonna lean back into cover.
Okay. Let's see.
But before I lean back, I'm gonna wink at Runa like ting.
So Dossa's going to get a little inspired, and as you kind of come back, he goes, "Whoa!" and fires in the direction, and it just bolt just misses completely.
Good effort, Dossa.
So we'll reload.
Bad effort, Dossa.
Nox, you're up.
Can I see anybody? Has anybody exposed themselves or not? Or
At this point, it looks as if everything is out of sight, as if they've all taken some sort of cover. It's getting eerily quiet again.
all right, I'm gonna knock and just hold for a reaction next time.
Okay.
Something, especially if they're gonna shoot anything
Sounds good.
crazy.
Daleth.
I am going to. I really can't do anything. I'm going to hold
Tie a rope onto one of my arrows.
I'm gonna hold a sacred flame for the next time I see one of them pop out.
Okay. Ilias.
With Flaming Spear, it just says unoccupied space of your choice within range.
Correct.
So it doesn't necessarily need to be like on
Nope.
the ground.
Correct.
I'm gonna
Nice.
put it where I saw the last person.
That's what you do with it.
It's dex save for them. 14.
Ooh, dex save?
Yes.
12. They do not pass.
So 2d6 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Get killed.
Wait, there was something about the rain in it.
You can like move it and then ram it back into people.
That's
Once
your
you cast it.
11 points of fire
Let's say it's the guy that's already taken damage from you.
Yeah, probably.
Let's do that. Got it. Okay.
And then arrow is a 10, so that's a miss.
That will miss.
My fire's in the way.
Okay.
I'm just gonna continue standing.
Runa?
Oh, it's
So far, so good. It's great.
Alright,
I love
I'm
it.
going to cautiously peer out of my hidey hole. And do I see any people on fire flailing about, or
I mean, I
you
feel
will
like it would lighten
hear.
up.
You will definitely hear and see some sort of action as you peek out. There's going to be 2 arrows that are going to start coming your way, but it depends on if you guys want to burn reactions because you had them held actions. So it's up to you. So that you see these guys kind of from their perch with a knocked arrow. They're starting to look in Runa's direction and tag team.
Yeah.
Ah.
Let's do it. So Nox, do your thing. And yours was.
Deck save for sacred flame.
I'm going to give him disadvantage.
All that for nothing.
That's a fail. Dex save.
Hey.
9.
Nope, 9 doesn't hit.
Take 2d8 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Radiate them.
4, 3, 7 total.
Oh, good. Okay, one arrow does get loosed because Nox missed. You can blame Nox for that. That's an 18 plus 4 is 22, and then 10 points of damage. But they are all exposed. You have your pick. There's 2 of them that are like out of cover.
Nice.
How much cover would Runa have had?
Half.
Half?
So plus 2 plus 2.
So 4.
Yeah, 21.
Oh.
So close.
Mm-hmm. All right, I am going to reach back and, remember that the fletching was different on the necrotic arrows and pull one of those now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's exactly
And
what
I'm assuming you're going to return fire to the one that hit you.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
And do I wanna? Yeah, I'm going to. I'm gonna burn another fighting spirit. I'm still angry.
Okay.
And we're going to first necrotic arrow. It's going to be a 19 to hit.
It does.
Okay, that is 1d8 and a freaking 2. I'm gonna just set you aside. You're mean. 2 plus 8 is. Alright, 2 plus 6 is 8. Sorry. And what is the equivalent? 1d4 necrotic damage. So, an additional 1 necrotic damage.
It's a total of 9. Okay.
And then the second one that is going to be coming. Second arrow. 16 plus 8 is 24.
Hits.
So that is, oh my god, another 8 points of damage.
Okay.
With 1. Another 9 points. Okay. Then that is it.
Okay.
Actually I want to reroll that. Is my piercer. I'm gonna reroll the 2. So 2 more points of
So
piercer
total
damage.
was at 19.
Yeah.
22. Okay. Here's what happens. How do you want to do this?
But I want another real theatrical,
Okay.
Want screaming deaths all the way.
Yep. When you return the fire, the fury that you have welled up inside of you, you just riddle off these arrows like Legolas. Just. And before the second, when the first arrow hits, there's a fear of, what have I done? As the second arrow hits and finishes, you're going to see a small teenager, maybe a child, girl, is going to take the arrows and they're going to tumble over. You'll hear it break when it hits.
I don't feel just a little guilty.
Okay.
There's a little bit of sympathy, it sucks that you were such a bitch so young.
Alright. That'll end your turn. And then we have okay. There is going to be a strange kind of whistling, that kind of like an ominous whistle that echoes through the cavern. And then all you're going to hear is the sound of quick movements and shadows. And it gets quiet. Nothing happens after a minute, and it'll be Rilda, your turn. What do you want to try to do?
I look at Dossa and say, not at all cool.
Yeah, I know. Not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, why don't you see what's out there? Gives you a little
What do
nudge.
you see?
I mean, I'm short.
Oh. Okay, I will. What can I see from my point? Is there any?
Give me a perception check.
Okay, I'm kind of looking for an alcove up top
Sure.
above me. That is perception 19 plus 5, 24.
19. You're gonna see that there is an alcove above you, and you will just see kind of a shadowy figure duck into that alcove archway doorway. And you look around and you do not see any type of potential danger currently. Either they're hiding really good or they may have retreated. But you do see that there's, I'm pretty sure, 3 dead bodies.
Yeah. I'm gonna knock and hold a necrotic arrow attack
Okay.
for a visible foe.
Okay. Dossa's going to hold as well.
Okay, and I'll probably maybe say like to Dossa, like, this is gonna get real scary. Should we leave? And then leave it at that.
I mean, it looks clear, and she points towards the direction that your party was traveling.
And I'll leave it. I'm just gonna. That's
And
my
Nox,
last.
it'll be your turn. Because it has been quiet for near a minute, which means the protection spell is down.
Yeah, I'll just come out and loot the bodies and go look for something. I'm going to collect my arrows.
Daleth, do you want to do anything?
No, I'll just kind of come out from hiding and just be on guard.
Ilias?
Can I see anything around my flaming sphere?
No.
I want to move it 30 feet up.
Yep.
And just see if I see anything, and if not, then that is it.
Okay. Runa?
I'm going to climb up to one of the alcoves.
Okay, give me an athletics check. You will quelch your sphere, feeling confident. You don't see anything. You have what? Your athletics?
A6.
You start to make the climb. It's a pretty tricky climb. You can keep climbing if you'd like.
Well, I'll have 60 feet of climb. Can I get to one of the alcoves?
Yeah, since you
Okay.
got that much, absolutely.
And I'll kind of scramble over the edge of it.
Sure.
But I will have, arrow drawn and kind of look slow,
Sure.
peek around the side, see
Sure.
what I see.
You will see that the little alcove is a kind of a small passageway, and it goes back maybe 15, 20 feet, and then kind of veers off to the left. It gets pretty narrow, like even for you, and you're kind of lean.
I'm gonna slowly creep forward
Sure.
and get to that next little bend and see what I
Okay.
can
You
see.
peek to the left, and it seems to just dive off into the distance of the darkness as well. Like it goes, 60 feet is your dark vision, and then it goes into black.
Gonna go, back out and still with half an eye into the little alcove. Be like, looks like this tunnel's clear. Short bend, 60 feet into the darkness at least. It's pretty tiny. It'd be a hard fit for some of our taller members if we choose to pursue. You need to check the other ones? Or should we just carry on and get out of this kill box as quick as we can?
Let's get the fuck out of here, is what Dossa's going to say as she quickly gets out of cover and starts
Agrees.
heading in that direction.
Probably just go.
Those of you looting bodies, there's definitely plenty of unique looking arrows.
I want some arrows.
Me too.
Because you climbed over the alcoves, you can see evidence of where they would have had secret stashes of quivers they've embedded in rocks and hidden to where they would have run up and they would have had ammunition scattered about.
So what type of ammunition? There's still some up here? Did they all take it with them?
There is some ammunition. The arrows they have are +1 arrows.
Okay.
For sure. They have no type of coin or money on them. There is jewels or gems, red, green, blue jewels. Same color blue as the crystal formations that were on your previous, encounter with the illithid. There was all kinds of crystal formations there. Their armor is this kind of patchwork leather some sort of hard material. It looks like it could be the hide or armor from a creature. It looks like it's been woven and crafted. It's very rudimentary, crude, kind of green dyes or paints that have kind of crafted their color scheme and browns. They definitely are elven, but not like the elves you've seen before. They're not a typical wood or a high, or they look very feral and very savage looking.
How many of these +1 arrows would you say there are?
I would say between what are on the bodies and what you would be able to scavenge around top, there's at least 60 that you could divide up.
We have 4 with bowie things. Do you have a bow, or is that your starry? Okay, 3, so 20 each of the bowie people.
They also have, they have longbows that are intricately built or carved. They rock short swords that are very similar to that unique, strange metal which you found with the drow that they seem to have, as well as the Duragar that you tossed off the ledge there had strange metal or unique-looking metal things.
Yep. And 50 feet of rope.
Yeah. Along with
I do love a good rope.
Okay.
Dossa is just going to be waiting at the exit point, or
I would like to take some of the blue gems that they had.
sure. You grab, I'd say probably a coin purse worth of them, maybe 25, 26 of these rough kind of carved or hewn gems. They seem to have a bit of a tingle when you touch them. And if you were to rub on them like a worry stone, there's a bit of a vibration that's interesting to you. Mm-hmm.
Can I look at one of those intricately carved longbows and determine whether I feel like it might have any cool abilities?
You can.
Just at high level sight,
No. What are you doing? Alias, is this magic?
I can also identify it.
Probably.
Dad, is this magic?
We're doing this right now.
I will, if I feel like it is, I will cast identify.
It's like a bow you've never seen before, for sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm
The
gonna go
designs,
ahead
the things that are carved into it, the string.
I don't need to roll for identify.
How many are there? Can we just shove some of this in the bag of holding?
There's 3.
3 of the bows.
3 on the bodies.
Because I already have a +1 bow.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
I'm trying
no.
to. Yeah, I still cast identify on it just to see
Sure.
if there's any additional.
It is definitely magical.
Mhm.
I would say the identify does that, but I feel like the type of magic that has been woven and imbued into this is beyond a clarification of the identify, if that makes sense. Like, it's beyond or older than what the current identify. Does that make sense?
It does.
Are any of
Does
the...
that inhibit me from using the magic? Like if I were to
No,
fire that?
no.
Okay, I keep the bow.
It's just you're not
We'll
quite.
take
You're like a little fuzzy on the whole.
Fun magic bow. That's
Right.
how I'm putting it in
Roll
here.
the dice, see what happens. Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
know
take
that there is like a string of runes that look elvish, but not quite the elvish you may be familiar with, that are carved from tip to tip.
And I remember the damage or the feeling I received upon being struck by
Correct.
a bow of this ilk.
The
Unidentified
string,
magic elvish bow.
the string that is on the bow itself is extremely tense. It's got a high tensile strength, and it doesn't. It's very easy to pull, which is strange because something with this high would
Right.
be like really difficult. This is crazy. And when you kind of let it go, there's a like a very subtle twinge.
Don't dry fire a bow.
I'm just saying, playing with the string a little bit.
Could this be
You
something that
break
like
it.
maybe like
That's-
fires, arrows nobody can see situation?
Don't know. We'll find out if you keep examining the bow.
I'm
But-
going to knock a regular arrow and
Yep.
just fire at a dead body
Sure.
and see what happens.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Well, that's a
I will take one,
13.
A what?
A 13.
Well,
Got a dead
it's
body.
Dead body, sure.
Yeah.
So you pull it back, and it's almost like it's like a compound. Just you get to that point, and it locks. And when you let it go, for a split second, you see almost like this spiritual or translucent silhouette around the arrow. And when you release it, it fires like straight course, straight on par, and it almost like the effect that hit you. It does nothing to the dead body, of course, but you can see that it did something. And the runes kind of lit up this purple energy when you let it go.
At the very least, I got a disco bow. It's going to look cool when I fire it, you guys.
like it.
I'm keeping this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Multiple people
And it is a longbow,
shoot
right?
starry arrows.
It is a longbow.
Did you add it? Bring my shilling in my bag.
I'm adding it.
Okay, anything else anybody else wants to glean or do before we end this chapter of our tale?
No, I've just been standing next to Dossa and Dossa. Yeah.
Okay, so the party will gather what they wish to gather. They will make their way towards Dossa, and you will leave this area. And that will end this chapter of our tale. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'm hungry.